Whether gaming or heavy working, your PC components may indeed get a little too toasty for your liking, and that's when you're in need of some fresh new fans to cool things down. Lucky for you, I've got the scoop on the best PC fans that'll breathe new life into your system. We'll look at everything from punchful budget picks to all the way up to premium fans with jet-like airflow and breathtaking lighting. So, let's jump right in. When it comes to sprucing your gaming PC aesthetics up, there are a few easier ways than installing an RGB fan, or for that matter, how about a set of 3? Yup, these Thermaltake Riing Quad 120mm fans we have here at first come as a pack of 3, and they're definitely worth a look if you're looking for value. The first thing to like about these fans is that they're some of the most vibrant and customizable RGB fans out there. You get 4-way lighting that you can tweak to your heart's content. The options for different color patterns and effects are really extensive, but it's not just about the looks. The Riing quads have the performance chops to back it up too. With a max airflow of around 41 cubic feet per minute, they can shift a decent amount of air, even if they're not the absolute highest performing fans on the market. And the best part is, they manage to do that without being annoyingly loud. The noise levels top out at 25 decibels, which, although not the quietest, is pretty much quiet, especially considering how much RGB bling you're getting. Now, while the pack of 3 might sound like a handful to many who prefer single units, it actually makes it easy to deck out your whole case at once. Thermaltake throws in a handy little controller to manage both the performance and the lighting. That said, if you want to add some serious eye-catching flair to your PC without sacrificing too much in terms of airflow and acoustics, the Riing Quad 120mm fans make a great choice. Up next, we have the new Corsair iCUE Link QX120 RGB fans. These things have got to be some of the sharpest looking RGB fans you can get for your PC right now. The lighting is super vibrant and smooth, and it diffuses beautifully through the fan blades. And the customization options in the iCUE software are quite extensive, so you can dial in the exact look you want, whether that's steady colors, lighting patterns, or full-on animated effects. Setting them up is a breeze too. The snap-on mounting makes installation a total cinch, and you can daisy chain a whole bunch of them together using the included iCUE link cables and the system hub. Just one cable per fan to the hub, and you're good to go. The only potential hiccup is that the hub needs a free 6-pin PCIe power connector from your PSU, plus a USB 2.0 header on your motherboard. But that's pretty standard stuff these days, and shouldn't be an issue for most modern setups. And the performance is no slouch either. Those blades can spin up to 2,400 RPM, which is seriously swift, but impressively, they manage to stay pretty darn quiet even at higher speeds. They're not the absolute most powerful fans out there, but they strike a nice balance between airflow and quietness. I'll say they back up their incredible looks with impressively solid performance. Definitely one of the coolest RGB fan options you can get these days. If you're after some RGB fans but don't want to shell out top dollar, NZXT has got a pretty solid option with their F120 RGB Duo. It's not quite as fancy as the Corsair iCUE fans, but you're getting a lot of bang for your buck. It comes in a few different kit choices. The most popular one gives you a pack of 3 fans plus an RGB controller, which is perfect for kitting out the front of a mid-tower case or the front and back of a smaller one. And the price is way more reasonable than some of those high-end RGB setups. One thing to note is that these F120 Duos use 2 cables per fan, one for the RGB lighting and one for the actual fan power. So you'll need to put in a bit more work on cable management compared to some other options. But it's definitely a reasonable trade-off for the lower cost. The RGB lighting itself looks really slick, with bright, vibrant colors shining through the cutouts on both sides of the fan blades, so you're definitely getting good-looking fans for your money. The performance is a bit more middle of the road though. They're not quite as powerful or quiet as some premium options from Corsair or Noctua on our list. But if your main priority is getting some eye-catching RGB lighting without spending a fortune, these NZXT F120 RGB Duo fans could do more than fine. They'll keep your temps in check without totally breaking the bank. Next, we have one from Cooler Master in the Silencio FP120. At first glance, you might mistake it for just another run-of-the-mill 120mm fan. But look closer, and you'll spot its distinctive sickle-shaped blades. This isn't just for show. It's the secret sauce behind this fan's ability to deliver high pressure while keeping things whisper quiet. They've packed this fan with a loop dynamic bearing and silent driver IC technology. In plain English, you're getting a smoother spin and less torque impulse, which translates to minimal vibrations and ultra-low noise. Now, if you're the type who likes to tinker, you'll appreciate the 4-pin connector. This lets you manually control the fan speed using third-party software like SpeedFan. But here's the kicker. You probably won't need to. Cooler Masters thought of everything, including 4 metal screws and 4 anti-vibration rubber screws. These stalwarts work tirelessly to keep your rig running smooth and quiet. While it might not claim the top spot in our lineup, the Silencio FP120 is a solid choice for those seeking peace and quiet without sacrificing performance. Especially for the silent seekers among us, it's worth every penny. And finally, we have the best PC fan for the last, the Noctua NF-A12x25 PWM. If you're after a top-notch 120mm model that can really shift some serious air, this thing is in a class of its own. You can get it in the classic Noctua tan and brown colors, or an all-black version if that suits your setup better. But no matter which look you go for, the performance is going to be just as impressive. What really sets the fan apart is how ridiculously quiet it is. It gives out 59.2 CFM airflow at just 18.1 decibels, even when it's spinning up to 2000 RPM. Most fans start getting really loud once they hit around 1200 RPM, but this one stays impressively hushed up, and it's a great all-rounder too. Perfect as a case fan or mounted on a radiator. Plus, Noctua includes all kinds of handy extras like a long extension cable, a Y splitter so you can run 2 fans off one header, and rubber mounts to cut down on any vibrations. Sure, the price tag is up there, but when you consider the crazy performance, the super quiet operation, and all the great add-ons Noctua throws in, I reckon it's money very well spent. Thanks for watching. If you want more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Also, press the bell icon for instant notifications so that you never miss a video from Tech Insight.